So what's poppin' peons? It is your girl Sunshine, aka Justry, and I want to say thank you for tuning in to Let's Channel. Whether you're new here, came back, always been here, I just want to say thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Sunshine's Bakery. Excuse me. So for those of you who do not know what Sunshine's Bakery is, it's basically a segment on my channel where I either do whatever it is, but whatever it is that I do, we get baked or we do our little things that help us wind down. I'm not here to judge your advice, so don't come over here judging mine. So yeah, let's go. So this is how it goes. I'll count to three. I'll give y'all time to, prep. Whether that's pouring a drink, rolling up, getting your cigs and your lighter out. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And you getting ready and prepared to wind down with me as I talk my shit about a lot of things. Um today I wanted to do a movie review, but I said I feel like let's go talk about some real shit for 10 seconds, okay? Like, I feel like everybody on the internet and in the real life is talking about straight bullshit, but let's just talk about some real ass shit. And to me, it's some real ass shit. To you, it might not be. I might be OD and I might be tweaking, but whatever it is, baby, let's just kind of get into it. Let's just dive on in. All right, so you guys, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, so let's go. So this is how it goes. Like I said, when I count to three, we're gonna go take whatever it is, our vices, and that's what we're gonna go on. So I hope you guys are ready. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. All right, so you guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys, if y'all didn't catch the first 1, 2, 3, that's why I did it twice for those of y'all who are a little slow, because I used to be slow to do it too. I used to be like, fuck, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this shit. But you guys, today's episode, I kind of just want to talk about respectability politics. And, I'm genuinely tired of respectability politics. Like, on some real, like, I'm gonna just be honest. Let me just give this warning. I'm going to be so honest that it's going to hurt how honest I am. I'm going to be so honest that by the time I'm done with my level of honesty, y'all going to be like, wow, I see. So I feel like respectability politics are so fucking stupid. A lot of us have these respectability politics, and I'm talking about my community specifically. We have respectability politics for every single little thing. We're like, oh, you're not allowed to go outside in a bonnet. You're always supposed to look your best. You can't. Oh, if a person doesn't want to dress up, they're depressed. And I was like, I'm not fucking depressed because I don't want to dress up or I don't want to do my hair. I just might be a lazy bitch that day and don't feel like doing my natural hair. Y'all, for recording, I literally changed my wig from a straight one to a curly one because I didn't feel like braiding down my fucking hair. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh wow, why didn't you just come on in a bonnet? I did. I literally have videos where I was recording and I was in this bitch in a bonnet, okay? And I was like, I'm not depressed, I am not sad, I am not doing the most right now, and I'm actually happy. Yes, some people, yes, for people who looks matter most to them and how they present to the world, yes, if they started wearing bonnets out and doing certain things, yes, that may be a sign of depression, but bitch, sometimes I'm just a lazy fuck. Sometimes I don't feel like putting on all that extra shit. Sometimes I don't feel like putting my crystals on. Sometimes I don't feel like getting up. Sometimes I don't feel like doing half the shit in the motherfucking day. Like, literally, sometimes I just want to get shit over with, okay? And it doesn't mean I don't respect myself. It doesn't mean that I don't like myself. It doesn't mean that I'm depressed. It doesn't mean that I'm going through some damn shit. Because guess what? Everybody in this lifetime is going through some shit, whether it's good shit, bad shit, all right shit, a mix of shit in between. We always want to talk about, if you wear a bonnet, you're problematic. If you do this, then you're doing that. As a woman, you should be doing this. And as a, like, shut the fuck up, bitch. As a woman, if you want to go out there and be naked, bitch, be naked. If you want to be conservative, be conservative. But shut the fuck up. Choose the path you want to go on and make sure it's the fucking path that you rather be on. I get so sick and tired of when people try to dictate to women what they should and should not be. They be like, oh, as a woman, if you do this and you do that, then it, like, girl, shut the fuck up. The men still ain't gonna choose you. It don't matter how much y'all do well. It don't matter how much y'all try to do what you call it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't practice respectability politics. And you wanna know why I don't practice respectability politics? Because I'm telling y'all right now, when I was practicing respectability politics, I never was into respectability politics. So it was never in me for that shit to be. So I literally had to go against the grain, okay, of myself. So I literally put myself on the back end of a burner. Right, and being the woman that was seen and not heard, being a woman that didn't speak up for herself, being a woman that said if it's okay for a man to cheat, I just can't cheat back. Me being covered up still got me cheated on, still got me played, still got me lied to, still got me half that, half the other shit. And all the bitches who I seen having fun were doing the shit that made them happy. Y'all wanna know what's so crazy? Once I gave up respectability politics and stopped being a fucking mean girl, because it was fucking easier to be a mean girl than it was to be just a fucking friend. Y'all, my life has did a whole 180. I can tell y'all right now, I don't have no fake ass friends around me, and if they are, they don't stay around too long. All my bitches authentically they self. They ain't trying to put on this front for nobody. What else? What else went right? I'm not sitting there worried. I'm not crying about no niggas no more. I'm not crying about what he said, she said. I have a lot more respect for myself. I don't have a problem with you bitches being conservative, wild out. Some of y'all bitches, as much as y'all, some people think I'm a slut because of the shit I do, and I have an OnlyFans and I talk reckless and shit like that. But bitch, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't have a problem with the conservative girlies. I don't have the girlies, and y'all can sit there and say some shit, but it's some bitches doing some shit that I could never see myself doing, unless something like happened. I couldn't see myself doing. And as much as I couldn't see myself doing it, I still don't shit on those hoes because I don't agree with what they do. Like, I'm telling you right now, it's one girl. She got a whole movement talking about some run his pockets. This bitch, she got a movement called Run Them Pockets. It's a little secret society group. And when I say secret society group, like, bitch, we was in there, okay? Well, I was about this close to getting in there. Y'all, so these girls is very, can't tell y'all too much about the group, but they have a Run Them Pockets group. And I say they have a random baby, they be, we gonna run such and such and such and such and such. And they play dumb, stupid, and delusional. And they run them pockets up. I can't tell y'all how they do it, but let's just say they making money for real, for real. I have a heart. So I'm like, bitch, I don't think I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like taking their money from the OnlyFans, that's fine. But bitch, will you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you doing too much. You really doing too much, babe. You doing too much, and you're tweaking out right now. But I don't shit on them girlies. Why? Cause that's what they into. And me having autonomy and practicing autonomy for myself and knowing what I will and what I won't do and what makes me feel comfortable and standing in the decisions that I made, I don't have a problem with those girls. To me, it's kind of fun. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy them hoes. I was a little jealous. I really was. I really was when I... But I don't have a problem with women like that. And I don't have a problem with women who just want to date for love. I don't have a problem with women who go out there and be like, I'm never going to run a man's pockets. I'm never going to do that. I don't have a problem with Miss Independent. I don't have a problem with the ones who keep the old school ways of I don't. So when they have a problem with us and they have to keep on telling us and telling us and telling us, it really makes me think that y'all are miserable with the choices that y'all made in life, because y'all are being fucking repressed, and the repression that y'all have is because y'all get to see that all the shit that y'all want to do, y'all can't, because it goes against y'all grain and y'all nature. And instead of changing your nature, you rather stay the same, and staying the same keeps you in prison. So when people who are thriving, who are not like you, because you followed the rules and you did everything right, supposedly, now you have an issue. I'm telling y'all right now, you can do everything right in this world and you're still gonna get disrespected. You can do everything wrong in this world and you can still get disrespected. Disrespect and respect doesn't care who you are, okay? When I used to practice respectability politics, I used to be the polished black girl, the black girl who tried to be on time for everything. What you call it, I try not to be the stereotype. I used to take it as a compliment when people used to call me Oreo. It was like, oh my gosh, you're black on the outside but you're white on the inside. Oh my gosh, we love you so much. Yeah, I hated it, okay? Yeah, I sound country as fuck. At one of my jobs, this is dude. I think they call him Memphis or whatever, and he sound like a Memphis nigga. So he was talking to me one day, and y'all, when I say the country came out me, boy, oh my gosh, y'all. I usually, when I'm at work, I put on this, hi, no, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I do, like, I don't really talk how I like to talk. Like, at work, you probably won't hear me saying period, fuck, nigga. Like, y'all probably won't hear half that shit coming out of my mouth. So, when I saw Memphis and Memphis was talking to me and I was talking to Memphis, like, on some bullshit, Memphis said some shit and I was like, man, let me tell you some shit, little nigga. The nigga in me came out, okay? Yeah, the nigga in me came out, y'all. Shout out to that. Shout out to Memphis for bringing the country out of me. Cause I ain't gonna do it on camera. I ain't gonna do it on camera because I like to keep a little mystery about myself. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. I like to keep a little mystery about myself. Yeah, so I feel like we should drop respectability politics, because when we sit in these areas of I have to be respected like this and I have to be like this, baby, you're just making yourself miserable. I'm telling y'all right now. I repress certain parts of myself when I'm at certain places because I have to, like my job. And when you black and talented and smart and beautiful, they view you as a threat and they just try to make your life a living hell. And you can, and for all the black women out there, or women of color, or non-caucus people, women, we have a harder time at work, and we can admit that shit. And it's okay to say it. Like, this is a safe space. You can admit it. And if you do not believe me, I'm telling you right now, I done got in trouble for shit that I should never got in trouble for, and the people who did the same thing that I did, who were of the caucus community, did not get in trouble for it. And when asked about it, because it's fair, right? I was written up for some more dumb shit, or they tried to get me fired for some shit. And then once they figured out, like, okay, I was finna lawyer up, they fired me. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, like, why would you tell the people that you're gonna lawyer up? Um, like, I would just start taking down notes and shit. What motherfucker did this day, this that. I do what white people do. I call corporate, and they knew it was me because they kept on fucking with me, and a bunch of other people who look like me. So of course, when those girlies were gone, and it was just me, myself, and I standing, bitch, and you keep on getting the same report, you know it's me. You know what I'm saying? The girlies stopped complaining. Some girlies quit. Some girlies got fired. But for the girlies who got fired, they got fired unjustly. And when it came down to shit that could have easily be fixed, they didn't even try to fix it for the girlies. So before y'all sit there and say, oh, you always gotta make everything a race thing. No, I'm not. I'm just talking about my personal and lived experience, and how I've been getting treated from my counterparts. And trust me, this does not mean I don't like caucus people, because I have white friends. I got white friends, trans friends, gay friends, straight friends, Christian friends, non-Christian friends, Muslim friends, bitch. I connect with people on a human level because I just meet people where they at. Truthfully. But yeah, I'm just talking about my experience that I've had. And if this ain't your experience or you haven't, relax. 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 Okay? Relax, okay? Because I'm telling y'all right now, I got some niggas who used to work in HR who told me that HR didn't take me seriously because they thought that I was joking, right? And I was like, well, why would you think I was joking? They were like, oh, because you know we don't take black women seriously. And he was like, I'm gonna say that part out loud. I said, but your actions said it. He was like, look, he was like, we thought you was strong and that you can handle it. And I was like, yeah, I don't need that trope on me, especially not at work. Okay, bitch, if I come running, get to doing. Okay, let's get a solution. Okay, that does not involve cutting my pay, put me on a lower pay shift, or doing some fuck shit when it could easily be a one. The problem could be what you call it. So yeah, respectability politics, like I was saying, will never get you far. I know a lot of times we sit there and we talk about like, oh, well, as a woman you should do this, and oh, as a woman you should do that. But I feel like all the shit we say that as a woman you should be doing, your partner should be willing to do as well. I have somebody, when I had two boyfriends, right? I say two boyfriends because I was dating both of their asses. No, don't ask me how we got there. But one was good at making money. The other one was good at emotional shit and all the other shit I needed. The one that was good at making money, we was talking about some shit one day, and I had a conversation with both of my boyfriends. This is what made the decision easy for me. We were having a conversation about children, and I said, "What if I was to give you a child? What would you do?" And I said, "What if I was to give you a child?" And I said, "I didn't want to work anymore, or I didn't want to work because I don't like working." And he was like, "That's fine, but you gonna have to cook and clean and do all this shit around the house." And I said, I don't have a problem doing that because I enjoy that. But what if I couldn't do that? Would it still be a problem then? Saying that you made enough money to cover the whole household times two. And he was like, okay, well, if you got really, really sick and you couldn't do shit, and I could still afford to do all this other stuff, I said, would you get us a maid or something like that? He was like, fuck no, I'm not getting no fucking maid. He was like, as a woman, it's your job to do these things. And I was like, so what do you do in the relationship? Or what should, so I asked him, I was like, what do you believe I should bring in a relationship? Right? Because these are questions I had asked him prior and previously before, but he never gave me an answer to. So while we were sitting there when we were having a conversation, he was like, he literally sat there and he said, as a man, if I provide financially and I take care of everything, I expect you to do what the women used to do back in the day. And I said, like, what? Cook, clean, wash my clothes, have sex with me whenever I want to have sex, do this, do that. And like, he had a whole bunch of lists. And I was like, so I said, what about the emotional work? And he was like, yeah, you got to be there for me and da 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 da, woo woo woo. And I said, so what about me? What can I expect from you? He was like, you can expect your bills to be paid and you expect to get some good dick. And I was like, just my bills to be paid and some good dick. And I was like, he was like, yeah. And he was like, is that a problem? And I was like, I just feel like, what about the emotional? Like, what if I need you? He was like, I don't have time to discuss feelings all day and all night. And I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, for fucking what? He's like, if I bring home the money and I do everything I'm supposed to do, why are you on my dick about me having to, why should I have to clean? Why should I have to go do this? Why would I want to hire a maid when I have a wife? And I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then he changed the subject and he was like, okay, anyways, now that we done talking about that bullshit, let's go talk about something that's important to me. So we got into a conversation, and while getting in conversation, he started talking about how he felt. And I listened and I listened. And if he needed me to put input in, I put input in. If he just wanted me to listen, I listened. I said, okay, well, I said, do you feel better? He was like, yeah. He was like, okay, cool. Now let's go, let's go talk about some other shit because I'm done with my feelings. So I said, okay, so how about I talk about how I feel? He was like, oh man, just got busy, gotta go. And I know you're like, bitch, you go, yes, just got busy, gotta go. Had nothing to do. Because he ended up texting me like 10 minutes later, like, oh, what you doing? And I was like, nothing. And then he called me and he was like, okay, well, you know, I'm on the road, da 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 da, woo woo woo. Can we have, you know, a little virtual and I was like, after I talked about my feelings, because right now I'm not really in the mood for it, he was like, you know what? I'm about to go take a nap, man. I gotta eat, I gotta shower, I gotta do all this other shit. And he hung up. And I was like, the emotional unavailability is not the shit that I want. And society will sit there and say that as a woman, you should be all these things. But it doesn't also put the burden on us. Because I'm not saying that men don't have it hard. But when we talk about women and the shit that we have to do, it's a woman's job to do these things. And it's never as a woman, if you don't want to do these things, then you shouldn't have to. Like for me, myself, and I don't want to have kids. Because one, they're expensive and a whole bunch of other shit, and the reasons I won't go into. I just don't want to have kids. It's just not in me to want to have kids. And if I did want to have kids, it would want to be with a partner who had the emotional capacity. The partner that I stuck with now is the partner who shows up emotionally, mentally, and financially. He may not be able to throw money like the other one did, where it was just like if I needed 500 or 600, I could get it easily. But guess what? I still get it if I need it. I still have a support system. I still have a ride or die. I have somebody who understands me and who makes time for me, who allows me to be emotionally available for them. Because a lot of men will sit there and say that their partner wasn't there for them emotionally, but when it comes down to trying to get to them emotionally, you gotta literally fight tooth and nail, and you literally gotta go above and beyond just to make sure that they feel seen and heard, because they're not going to say anything about it. They're not getting up and having these hard conversations. And when you try to have these conversations with them, whether they be small, big, or little, if it's not anything that surfaces of where it hits a soft spot, they shut down. And then by the time the relationship's over, they say, oh, you were never there for me, you never cared, you never showed up. But they never see the care that you give as this, I showed up, you just didn't accept it. Because they say you could take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So just imagine having a horse that's dehydrated and is not getting hydrated, and you're like, come on, boy, like, you know, let's drink some water. You giving them examples, you showing them, you trying, and you can't force feed that shit. That animal will spit it out. It won't accept it, nothing. That's how some people are in relationships. And I know I probably went on a tangent about something else, but I was talking about autonomy of women. I just feel like we should practice our own autonomy. Make your own choices. Don't do it because of a man. Don't do it because people want you to. Don't do it because it's a family tradition. Do it because you want to do it. And I understand that being like an outlier or somebody who's not in the in crowd can feel really stressful, especially for people. Like, I'm not finna sit there and hold you and be like, oh man, being an outlier is so fun. No, it's not. Sometimes I really wish I could get down with the fact that most of my family celebrates and does a bunch of shit that I don't want to do. So it makes me an outlier, because like, I don't believe in having to beat your children to get the point across. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't know. Let me not phrase that. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Christianity. And it's so crazy. And it's so crazy because I listen to a Christian pastor, and I listen to the nigga because guess what? The word is the word, and guess what? Truth gonna be truth, whether it comes from the Islam, the Book of Buddha, whatever. Truth is gonna be truth, and truth is gonna sit. And I'm telling you, when some shit just hits your soul, it just hits your soul. Okay, I'm telling you right now. I don't believe in emotional abuse. I don't believe in abuse at all. I'm not down with men putting their hands on women. And in my family, there's some niggas who will gladly beat a bitch ass up. I don't believe in fighting all the fucking time. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a fighter. I used to whoop a bitch's ass. And I know a lot of y'all like, oh, you da. I almost went to jail behind the fighting a bitch. And I almost went to jail for fighting a bitch. And if it wasn't for my principal coming out there to save me, I would have been in jail for the shit I did to this girl. You know what? I don't beat ass no more. So I don't see the point of fist fighting. I really don't sit down. I don't see it. I don't see the point of it. I don't see the same sex fighting. I think fighting is stupid. Really quick story time, because I know some of y'all gonna be like, boo, baloney, balarkey, and lies. Let me text this. This is good. So, I'm gonna be fucked up. Cause this is straight alcohol. But like all bullshit aside though, like I remember I got into this fight with this one girl. Well, I beat this bitch ass so bad that the police had came out there. They didn't know or whatever. It doesn't matter if they knew or not. But the girl, they went up to the girl and they asked her if she wanted to press charges on me. The girl looked at me and the principal came out and the principal was like, hey, you can't take my students off da 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 da. And it was like, okay, well, we as a school will handle it. Y'all, the principal convinced the girl not to press charges on me. When I say this bitch face was fucked up, this bitch face was fucked up. The bitch was fucked up in general. I could tell y'all right now, bitch ain't never bullied me again. Not that year. Not that year again. And I'm telling you right now, that's the year that I really got traumatized by so-called friends and boyfriends because they leaked my news. I was the laughing stock of the school and I was forced to do some shit that I didn't feel comfortable to do. I was not protected or anything else like that. And it took me beating that bitch's ass for motherfuckers to stop making jokes about me. And I know y'all like, oh wow, what type of jokes? These bitches was ruthless. Like, motherfuckers was talking reckless. Bitches was saying a whole bunch of other shit. It felt really, really terrible. Yeah. To be a social outcast because your boyfriend leaked your news because he got upset with you. And then he sat there and lied and said y'all never went together, but was calling your phone talking about some, baby, just take me back, please. Traumatizing. Your peers looking at you. You head of your class. You got niggas over there trying to fight you. Beat that bitch's ass. When I say I beat that bitch's ass, I beat that bitch's ass to where the police wanted to take me to jail. And if it was, like I said, if it wasn't for my principal, I would have been I would have been in jail somewhere. And the reality of it didn't hit until like I went to another school and I ended up getting another fight. Bitches said I lost the fight. But I can tell you one thing's for sure and two things for sure. I ain't never get bullied again. Like, literally, I think the last fight that I really, like, got into that wasn't in my adult life where I had to, like, fight for my life or some shit like that was probably in the 8th grade. They tried to make me fight in high school, but y'all, I let them hoes think I was soft. This girl, she offered. I was on my period. And I didn't know I had PCOS at the time, but I just know I had a really terrible period. And I came in the classroom and I was trying to mind my business. This girl was like, this bitch. I said, well, this bitch is right here. And this bitch is sick and tired of you talking shit. This bitch. And she was like, and then so one girl, I had a friend of me at the time. Shout out to you, bitch. I know what they look like now. I know. They mimic you every single time, sis. But all jokes aside though, like, she basically, like, came up and she was like, oh, this bitch. I said, well, this bitch right here. And then she got up and she was like, I'll beat your ass. I said, please do it. Please motherfucking do it. Please, please, please whoop my ass. Please whoop my ass. Please whoop my ass. I said, please whoop my ass. Shorty got up. I got up. Bitch, in pure fashion, this bitch swung some shit at me. Bomb. Scratched my face. Bitch was mad. Like, bitch, I know you ain't just throw no shit at me, ho. So, the nigga in me composed myself because I fell and I just started throwing shit at the bitch. I was like, oh, we throwing shit, bitch. And I hopped on that hoe and I beat her ass. This bitch got up because I was like, nah, bitch, get up, ho. Get up, ho. Niggas was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, all I know is I blacked out. And I had some shit in my hand, and they had 5, 6 niggas pulling me off this bitch, and this bitch spit at me, and I threw the glass at her, and I ended up like breaking the beaker or some shit. Yeah, when the principal came and got us, yeah, my hair was just like pulled and shit, and motherfuckers like, I lost the fight. I was like, okay then, cool, like, let me go see the fight then. And it was like, nah, you don't really want to see the fight. And I was like, nah, let me go see the fight. Mind you, I ended up seeing the fight, and I whooped this bitch ass so bad, bitch. I didn't know how bad I beat this bitch's ass. And I said, this is why I don't fight, because the last time I fought, I almost went to motherfucking jail. I ended up only getting suspended because I ain't never been in trouble at the charter school before. And with me never being in trouble at the charter school and me have being like favorable and connected, they were just like, okay, cool, whatever, like, we just gonna chop it up as a whatchamacallit. I did get suspended for a couple of days. And I can tell you right now, bitch, I ain't never get bullied a day after that. So when people are like, oh my gosh, you don't fight, you're a soft ass bitch, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, girl, I will beat your ass for real. And I'm telling you, any nigga that has ever tried to fight me, I done beat their ass, okay? And I know we're like, oh my gosh, we shouldn't be talking about violence and how you used to beat ass and shit like that. But I don't do that anymore because fighting is so ghetto. Like, why would I stoop down to your level when I could, bitch, because I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is even because I've lost the fight, so I ain't gonna sit there and say, bitch, I'm just undefeated Mike Tyson and this bitch. Like, yeah, I done lost the fight too, but bitch, I barely lost that bitch, okay? Like, I barely lost that bitch, okay? Like, I can tell y'all right now, a bitch been jumped a couple of times, okay? And I probably lost out of them couple of times, bitch, probably once or twice, because a bitch came up behind me and got my ass good, okay? But like, when I say like fighting is so ghetto, it's just like, I don't want to have to waste that energy no more. Like, looking back at it now, it's so many risks, like going to jail, possibly hurting somebody. You gotta like, if you break a nail now, you gotta worry about your wig. Bitch, I went to the beauty supply store. I think I spent, how much was this wig? I don't know. I got this shit on sale. But let's just say I bought this shit for $100 and something for what it was, for the price that it was supposed to be, for like $100 and something dollars. And I had my nails done, because I usually have my nails done and shit when I give a fuck. Bitch, and let's just say I didn't know how to do my nails, and I just bought, I don't know, because when I do my nails, I think my set will come out to like $80 or some shit like that, because bitch, they be long and they be fucking extra. So bitch, like $80 to $100, bitch. If you think I'm finna fuck up this over $200 worth of shit I got on me, bitch, you got me fucked up. I know some of y'all bitches be like, oh bitch, I spend way more money on my shit and I'ma fight. Well, that's you, baby. I'm not finna fight. I think that fighting is so tough, because it's like, just imagine having to sit there and having to fucking fight, and then the motherfuckers look at you like this, and you looking at them like, I don't even know how we got here. I just like, no. And that takes up so much energy. You gotta be angry, you gotta be mad, you gotta feel, because I'm telling you, disrespect can make you angry. But if you sit there and be like, okay, what this person does is get a rise out of me, and I know they don't like me, and I don't like them. So why not just mind my business, and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do to me? Because bitch, to give a fuck take energy, okay? I'm not dictating my energy. I don't know where I'm going. I'm stressed. Like, yuck, disgusting. I'm on the road again. Things will never be the same. I'm on the road again. Yeah. Well, this is my last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna go because I got other shit I gotta record for today. Gotta record. Honestly and truly, what do I want to say? Like, if I had one thing that I would possibly want to say, and I could be like completely I would say fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck it. Fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck the things. Fuck the stressors. Fuck it. Like, really, I think in life we should take on a fuck it type attitude. Like, I'm not saying that things shouldn't have importance, like your bills and who you be with, who's around you and shit like that. But life is easier when you just say fuck it, my guy, and just go out there and do shit. A lot of times we sit back in life and we just sit in fear. We let fear eat us up every fucking day. Like, fear just be full as fuck. Like, if there was like a scale of like the principles in life that we live by, right? The good and the bad ones, like fear, joy, happiness, toxic positivity, because positivity can be toxic and bad, because you have to also be realistic. Like, if we put all these things up there, like, and we be like, okay, what monsters are we feeding every day, or what spirit are we feeding every day, whatever the concept is for you. What are you feeding every day? Are you feeding your fear every day by not doing what the fuck you want to do? Are you not feeding your self-care? Because I'm telling you right now, the things that you feed will lead your life every single day. A lot of times people like to get on me because I'm a stoner now. And look, okay, so what? I'm a stoner. Who gives a fuck? I can't give a fuck about what a bitch feel about me being a stoner now. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless. I have an OnlyFans because I enjoy doing OnlyFans. I have a podcast because I enjoy doing my podcast. I have a YouTube channel because I enjoy talking my shit on fucking camera. I do everything I do in life, I do because I want to do it. I quit my job because my job was stressing me out. My manager called me. He was like, we're not to let you go. And I just said, okay. Why? Because honestly, at the end of the day, the job wasn't for me. The job didn't bring life, and the job wasn't even paying me what I was fucking worth. Fuck that job. They have other jobs out there. I literally have fucking interviews coming up now for other fucking jobs and shit. And plus, with me making money from my OnlyFans and the shit I do in private, and not just and me doing all this other stuff, I feel like fuck it. As long as I'm fucking happy and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, fuck it. Fuck being hiding, being in the closet. Fuck being oh, they're not gonna like me. Motherfuckers don't like you now. They just hiding it very well. And they looking for any little thing to go over the top. Because I'm telling you right now, me being bisexual ain't never hurt a real friend I ever had in my motherfucking life. Because they understood that that's just what I like sexually. And that has nothing. My sexual orientation has nothing to do with the type of person I am. I'm telling y'all right now. People are like, oh my gosh, well, if I come out the closet, they're gonna hate me. So what? They don't hate. They probably hate you now. They probably hate you now. They probably hate you now. Oh, well, that's not the positive attitude to take. And to be positive, we have to know. Sometimes in life you need a strong fuck it. That man ain't doing right by you. Sometimes you need a strong fuck it. And with your fuck it, you need to come up with a plan that's gonna work out for you. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, a lot of people are in shitty relationships right now because they just can't say fuck it. They be like, we got so many years together, and we done had this many kids, and it's gonna get bad if I leave, so I might as well just go stay here where it's safe, because at least he's terrible. Like, nah, fuck that shit. If it ain't working out for you, work it, leave. Walk away. Do better, my nigga. And even if you can't walk away, just fucking say fuck it and accept this shit for what it is. We run from accepting the truth all the fucking time. People never want to accept the fucking truth. Like, accept it. Accepting the truth ain't never hurt nobody. I used to be a terrible friend. And was. Fuck it. That's what I used to be. I've changed. I'm not a terrible friend anymore. I try to foster more positive relationships now. And guess what? When somebody's showing me their ass and giving me their ass a kiss, fuck it. My homegirl was supposed to call me back the other day, and we were supposed to be planning some shit. Shit got fucked up or whatever. Some shit, whatever happened, we never got to the point where we was supposed to do the shit that we said we was gonna do. You know what I said? I said, fuck it. Cause if we gonna kick it, we gonna kick it. And just cause shit happens. Life is gonna life. You gonna have hard times, you're gonna have good times, you're gonna have days when everything is going right, you're gonna have days when everything is going to the shitholes, you're gonna have days when you don't feel like doing shit. But guess what? If you get a strong fuck it in your heart, fuck it, it is what it is, and what's next, what's now, you will be A-okay. And I'm not saying don't sit in your feelings. I'm not saying become emotionally unavailable. I'm just saying, like, look, my job was stressing me the fuck out. To the T. To the max. Boy, I was having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. One day I just said, fuck it. After I said, fuck it, I quit that job that day. I made a plan, and I didn't stick with my plan, because I was like, I'm not coming in this bitch again. 3 days, not in a row, not on the same bullshit. After sitting there and saying, fuck it, I was like, alright, cool. I felt my feelings for a day or two. I got up, I started looking for new jobs. I started doing other shit. I made sure, started lining up shit. I put in more time in my other money makers that I have going on. Did a couple of things, to make a few change. So that I didn't have to go do some shit, pay back my debt. Took out another little small loan or whatever. Really just got my shit together. And I said, you know what? Now we can go focus on what's next. Do not sit there and what it was and what it used to be. My family when I was younger used to be so perfect to me. As I've grown up and realized the stories about what's going on, I'm surprised they made it work that damn long without having proper communication and respect for each other. Right now, if my family was just like, oh, you remember the good old days? I was like, when y'all was faking, not trying to kill each other. Because I'm telling you, when the truth comes out and facts become reality and you have to accept some shit, it's a lot easier to accept. And I say this, it's a lot easier to accept that some shit is over and start over than it is to sit there in denial. Be in denial and not start over. I did it in my relationships. Some of the men I've loved. I had to admit that I like toxic shit. And toxic shit wasn't healthy shit. Now it was the cause of my own heartbreak. Over and over and over and over and over again. Because I couldn't let him go. Well, no woman gonna get what I put all that hard work and energy in. And all that hard work and energy in the end, what did it give me? It gave me nothing. It gave me heartache. Despair broke my heart to a million pieces. had to really like look in the mirror and say, Andrea, it's you. Because nobody told you to take him back. You went back. You missed him. And it's okay to grieve. And it's okay to not be okay for a while. It's okay to, but you gotta move on to something better. And then you try to choose different. Choosing different sucks, because couldn't just pop the pum pum like I used to. I really had to like learn self-love. I had to learn how to get my shit together. Like, I still had to go to work. Still had to do all of this shit. Still, life still went on. After the heartbreak, life didn't stop. I had people trying to get my attention. I had to do shit that I didn't, quite frankly, feel comfortable doing, more or less. I had to come and be realistic with myself. And that shit hurts. Because dealing with yourself and then dealing with the world and then life starts life, and you get tired. I made mistakes in between that shit. It was hard for me to forgive myself. But I have really had to like really just sit down one day and was like, look, like, fuck that shit. Like, the nigga left you. So what? You can sit here and wait for him to come back and go through the same cycle again, or you can go try a new nigga. Or whatever the fuck you went to. And you will not bring baggage from this relationship to this one, and you're gonna be a better person this time. This is why I got better at my relationships. This is how I got better at my friendships. Because, yeah, it took me a while to get here, but bitch, it's nice. All them sleepless nights I stayed up crying and shit. All them nights I wasn't sure of myself, and the nights I was sure of myself, the nights I had to fake it till I made it. The days where I really, truly felt that shit. It took a lot to become the woman that I am. And I remember growing up, I was like, oh, I don't want to be old. I don't want to be old and gray. I don't want to be old and gray. Bitch, I enjoy getting older. Getting older is nice. Every year I get older, I just like, damn, I never thought I'd live past 25. Boy, I thought anything past 25 was old. What? Old, bitch. Now I wanna live old. I want to live till I'm old as shit. And I want to age gracefully. I want to be, even if I don't become a forever household name, I want my legacy to live on, whether I have that with children, no husband. Like, my priorities are different now because I'm no longer living for others. I live for me. I find joy in the little things that I do. Like, people don't know me as well as they think they do, because the shit that I find the most peace in is the shit that I created for myself, from the help of my ancestors, from diving into spirituality, from falling in love with self, to loving my partner, to loving my family, to learning how to forgive myself and to forgive others, choosing whether or not I wanted to or not, because forgiveness is a choice and I do stand on that. And just growing and accepting shit for what it is and just saying fuck it, because life is gonna life. Whether you do right or wrong, life is gonna life. The more right you do, when it's your time to shine, bitch, you gonna be shining for a long time, and it's gonna, when you hit rock bottom again, because you probably will, it ain't gonna hurt as bad, because you're gonna be like, fuck it, it's just my time, ain't it? And then you gonna get through it, and you gonna be like, damn, I remember when I was just to cry about that shit. I remember when I used to cry about not having this. I remember when I used to cry about not having an answer. I remember I used to cry about what bitches would say. Now I laugh when people say shit about me. Bitch, go ahead. Give me your best shot. Give me your best shot. Insult me. Do whatever you gotta do, but bitch, I'm secure with myself. So I'm not really pressed about it anymore. Before, when I was insecure about my shit and I didn't know no better, I used to be so mad. I used to be so pressed. I used to be like, oh wow, that shit's crazy. Now that I know myself, I'll be like, fuck it. It's a beautiful day in the motherfucking neighborhood, ain't it? Cause fuck how you feel about me. Fuck if you don't like me. Fuck if you don't give a fuck about me. I like me, and that's more than enough. And besides, you guys, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry if it's got a little long winded, but I fuck with it, and I love y'all.